Hello YouTubers, hope everyone is doing well. It's been a couple days since I've made a video now. Work has been all over the place, very hectic, loads of hours, basically just getting home and falling straight asleep, going straight back to work. But things have calmed down now anyways. Today's topic I wanted to talk about is the lgbt community, or however that goes. The gay people that run around protesting all the time. I wanted to talk about them today because I think that there's a very radicalized, I don't know how to express it, but I think that it's gotten to a point where it's, I can't really agree with it anymore. Basically, last month I was informed that it was Pride Month. How do I know? Corporation Pride, of course. All of the companies, suddenly, they are gay. Cepsa, the petrol station, which is also Moev, which is their eco-friendly petrol stations. So you're not pumping bad petrol into your car, you're pumping good petrol. And gay petrol too. Does that make you drive down the road all squiggly? Because you're not straight, you know? Wait until gay people find out that their flag has straight lines in it. Like, But yeah, businesses making themselves gay in Pride Month. What the fuck's that all about? I don't get it. There's really no need. Why should a business be involved in somebody's sexual orientation? Now I know it's a lot more than just a sexual orientation. It also includes transgender people and whatnot. But the thing is with transgenders, I know one transgender that I can like fully agree. I'd be like, yeah, he's a bloke, you know, but he carries himself like a bloke. He don't carry himself like a gay person would, you know, like one of these flamboyant Kamala Harris voting people, liberal woke people is what I'm referring to, really. But yeah, I think if you're a genuine trans person, you know, there's no problem because you don't make a do of it. You just do it, you know. It's done. But I tend to have a bit of a problem with the people that change their gender. For example, a man who says he's a woman but likes girls, so therefore that makes him gay. So it's just straight with extra steps, and he's wearing a dress. That's when it just starts getting a bit bizarre. You get all these oh, I identify as this, I identify as that. I'm non-binary. What the fuck is a non-binary person? Oh, it's someone who doesn't identify as anything. Right. So let's say you get into a terrible car crash, right? Your body is fucking mangled. The police need to go, right, what are we looking at here? Man or a woman? Oh, don't you dare say a man or a woman. It's way more than just that, you fucking homophobic, transphobic, ableist. Everything under the book. You know, it's... Then there's going to be people in the comments saying, no, there's a difference between gender and sex. No. I'm sorry, but no. I do not give a fuck as to whether or not you identify as non-binary, a banana, a pineapple. I'm going to see you as you're either a man or a woman, or a man that dresses like a woman and looks like a man, or a man that dresses like a woman that looks like a woman, or a woman that looks like a man and dresses like a woman or a woman. You get the picture, you get where I'm coming from with that. It's fucking ridiculous. But in addition to that, like trans people, I'm coming from the perspective of, imagine if I were to have a daughter, right? Like let's say 13 as an example. I would not want trans people, like maybe mainly trans men that identify as women, to be allowed to enter, for example, the women's bathroom. I just think that's wrong. I think it should stay out of the picture. Same goes for women's sports. There's been quite a few controversies. I think it was something like the Olympics or something like that, where a man just dominated the scene because men are biologically stronger and more athletic than women are. That's why there's a different category. I know that as much as women like to say, oh, women can do just as much as men can. They can't run as fast. They can't fight as hard. Obviously, it depends on the type of fighting, but if you're talking just raw power fighting, they're not going to win. Without training, without substantial training, average man, average woman, man's going to win every time. Every single time. Unless they're like Goliath or something, which you get a lot of them. To be honest, I seem to find that as soon as people reach a certain weight, they seem to identify as non-binary or something else. Is it like they've eaten the equivalent of another person, so they are another person now? It doesn't make too much sense. And then you sort of look at them, you go, what are you thinking? You know, you went from a pretty normal person now you've shaved your head, hair colour's changed blue, like the skinhead. They've got loads of tattoos, loads of piercings, and they go and protest in the streets to anybody that doesn't support the lgbt community, that they're a homophobe and that they should be stoned to death. And by stoned, I don't mean the high, I mean like, you know, with a pebble, a big pebble. Yeah, it's a load of ludicrous bonkersness. Same as in my last video I made, or maybe a couple of videos ago, about protesters. They just stand in the road and tell you, no, don't fucking do this, you fucking cunt, I'm gonna get you. You think, oh my god, you know. It's the same thing. You run into, we're gonna subcategorize all of them into them. And if I get anybody in the comments saying, what the fuck do you mean by them? I'm gonna look right at that profile picture and my point is gonna be proven. So how's about that? But anyways, I don't really have too much more to talk about today. I'm keeping it short and sweet. Just one of those things that I have to get off my chest, you know. Anyways, good day, and may your God go with you.